Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is September 24, 2022. Hope you're all doing well. In today's segment, we'll take a look at stocks with very high short ratio and see how to profit from it. So with that, let's start with a quick market update and go from there. From a market update perspective, let's go into TradingView, which is one of my favorite platform to make sense out of the market. Look, from a market perspective, we got S&P 500. It's in a downward channel, as you can see here. The moment market is in a downward channel, the best strategy is wait for market to come down to the support level, as you can see here, and then buy. And when they're hitting the resistance level at the top here, then sell. Many times if you're an options trader, you could do spreads, which is one of the best strategy in this downward market. Now that market is squarely in the downtrend, as the stock or index comes down to your level here, to the support level here, this is when you can buy call spread, and as it goes higher here, you could sell call spread. And you could also do other things. For example, when the stock market is coming down big time here, you could also sell a put spread way below here and make some money. So this is S&P 500. Then we got Nasdaq right here. Look, Nasdaq also here. Let's go back here. All right, so we got Nasdaq here. Look, Nasdaq also. Let's go into this chart here, squarely in the downward trend, as you can see here. Nice channel down this whole year. Look, we got 2022 start. Right from there, market is down. It's a very low. If you look at the 52-week range here, it's somewhere toward the lower range, as you can see here. And then you got Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down big time, as you can see here. Now it's trying to gain some ground. It's in a very tight trading range, as you can see here, since July. And what's doing very well is US dollar index. Look, there is a party going on here. US dollar index is getting stronger, mainly because interest rates are going higher. That's why US dollar is going strong. This is what's causing stock market all the pain. All right, so let's go in here and look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, or Dow 30. Look, same story here, squarely in the downward trend, as you can see here. Nice channel down. And then you got Russell 2000, one of my favorite index, and even the ETF IWM. Look, it's also in the downward trend nicely. And right now, as the market is coming down here to support level here, you could slowly start buying some call spreads as it comes lower, and as it goes higher, you can sell some call spreads at the top here, and you could also sell some put credit spread at the bottom. All right, so that's about the general market. And now let's go back here and go into our spreadsheet. Look, we got here a spreadsheet, and we got here short ratio here. This is short float. All these stocks have got very high short float, as you can see here. Start with the Blue Apron, APRN, and very high short ratio. I filtered by volume here. The volume here, more than 1 million shares traded. 3251 means 3.2 million shares traded on Friday. And we also have other statistics here. One of the important statistics is insider and institutional transactions, and these are from one of my favorite tools, which is Finviz. They typically give insider and insider transaction and institutional transaction, and it's a very unique to Finviz platform. Along with the short ratio, it's also from Finviz platform. One of my favorite platform. And we got other indications. We got your option interest and so on and so forth. And we got the performance here from 1 day all the way to 1 year, 2 years, so on and so forth. And also keep a watch on short float here. Float indicates how many shares are outstanding, available to general public here. And you want to make sure float is relatively low. And we got here for the folks who are looking at ATR or average true range, we got that one also. And we got RSI here, one of the favorite indicators that I use all the time. And for the option geeks, we got IV rank, which is right here, and we got option open interest and put call ratio. Very good indicators to take a look at, even though you're not an options trader. So with that, let's jump in and get started. Look, we got blue apron here, APRN. For $4 stock, market cap is very low, 168. Insiders are buying, as you can see here. And as you look through here, very good volume. IV rank is relatively high. There is open interest in the options market. Put call ratio 1.42 tells you folks are buying call options here. And stock increased by 3% on Friday when the market is tanking. That could be a good story. And we got few more here. We got BBBY. Again, look, it's insiders are selling big time. Not a great story here. Stock completely came down here. Look at that RSI, it's 40. And stock is down big time. And look at the options open interest, very high options open interest. And look, put call ratio is 1.19. That tells you folks are buying put options more than call options. Folks are really thinking stock will go down. That's why put call ratio is high, meaning more puts are traded here. Stock is down on Friday. Keep a watch on how is the stock doing in 1 day, 5 day, and 10 day. If the stock is trying to go higher in 1 day, 5 day, 10 day, like these two here, Upstart and Big, that tells you right now stock can go higher, mainly because short ratio is high. And also look, float is double digit in many of these cases. Low float is always great. And we got few more with the very good performance here in 1 day. Look, Beyond Meat, we got stock going up on Friday despite of market falling down, as you can see here. Also keep a watch on insider and institutional transactions here. We got Avaya. Avaya has got nice insider as well as institutional transactions, as you can see here. It's just a $1 stock. Stock did not do well. It's lost money for investors for a long time. And we'll see if it's worth buying up here as we look at the chart. And we got a few more here. Keep a watch here. We got Nikola. Nikola looks like insiders are buying, institutions are buying. Stock is not doing well right now, but as insiders and institutions buy, there is a chance the stock can go higher. And then you got Carvana here. Look nice, insider buy in Carvana here. Stock is not doing great off late, as you can see here. And we got Asana. Asana had a short squeeze a while ago. Look, its founder and CEO is always buying the stock, as you can see here. And we got a few more, as you see here. We'll go through few of these in little more detail. We covered up to Asana. Look, all these stocks have got nice and high short ratio, as you can see here. And keep a watch on insider and institutional transactions here. We got nice and high insider and institutional transactions, these two columns here. And you should look at one with nice and high insider and institutional transaction. Look, Wayfair looks like both insider and institutions are, at least institutions are buying. That could be a good one here. Stock is giving back. And we got two stocks here, Chewy and Warby Parker. They are trying to go against all odds and going higher on Friday. That could be a good story here. And we got a few more going higher, one more going higher here on Friday, which is Stitch Fix, as you can see here. All right, so let's go further down here and look at a few more. All right, so we got here a few more. Look, we still short ratio is really high. We are in a 23-24% here. And keep a watch on insider and institutional transactions, as you can see here. We got two with nice and high institutional transactions, Marathon and Geo. And we got Stitch Fix, we talked about already. Look, Luminar has got nice insider and institutional transactions, and stock is not budging, as you can see here, it's still down. And let's go further down slightly and see if there are more. Look, we got a few more going on here. We got a few stocks with nice and high insider institutional transactions. Look, we got here Tellurian, nice institutional transaction here. Stock is not doing much, as you can see here. All right, so now what we'll do is we'll go into charting platform, which is TradingView, and look at some of these stocks and go from there. Look, let's jump into TradingView here. TradingView is one of my favorite platform. So what I've done is I have created a watch list here. These are all short stocks, as you can see here. And look, you can easily create the short. You can easily create this list here by going into short, going into this short list here, watch list here, and you can add your own watch list very easily. I've added short watch list here, and these are the highly or heavily shorted stocks. Top of the list is APRN, as you can see here. Look, APRN, what I've also done is at the top here, I got stocks, stock chart, as you can see here. I added one of my favorite indicator, which is CM, ULT, MACD, MTF. It's a multi time frame MACD indicator, and as you can scan through from the indicators, and as you look through here, look, we got MACD indicator right here. It's from Chris Modi. Look at the number of folks who subscribed, 58,000. It's a famous one. That's one indicator I added. And then you got squeeze indicator. If you're looking for short squeeze, it's good to look at squeeze indicator. It's again by Lazy Bear. Lazy Bear is a very active script writer in TradingView. Look, 81,000 subscribers for this one here. And then finally we got VFI-LB here. That's also one of my favorite indicator. If you are looking at some of the short-term trading, look at the VFI-LB indicator. And as you can look through here, VFI-LB, and this has got very good folks are subscribing to this one also, VFI-LB. And we got nice look, we got 17,000 subscribers for this one. It's also a good one here. So with that, these are the indicators that I've added. And now let's look at Blue Apron Holdings. From a stock perspective, as you see here, it's a $4 stock, not much. And from a performance perspective, stock is slightly coming down. It went higher on Friday. As you can see here, we got two candles which are green here. As you look through here from a 52-week range, it's toward the lower range. As you see here, nice volume, no big deal. From an earning perspective, stock is its earnings are priced negative right now, but at least it's not so negative like before. It's improving, as you can see here. From a quarterly statement perspective, look, revenue is pretty okay here, but looks like profit margin is not improving, which is a issue at this time. From a performance perspective, look, it's 1 week down, 1 month down, and so on and so forth here. Not a great performance right now. Technical sell, fundamentals are buy, as you can see here. All right, that's Blue Apron, and you got here, it's the ingredient and recipe meal kit company, as many of you know. All right, so the way to trade these type of stocks is, now we got your 1 year chart, as you can see here, but to trade these stocks in the shorter term, you should probably start with the 4-hour charts. Look, we are starting with a 4-hour chart here. In a 4-hour chart, let me put this aside here. In a 4-hour chart, you can see a nice candle here. Let's close this. All right, so we got a nice candle here, as you see here, that tells you it's turning to be bullish here. And as you see here, we got here MACD indicator. MACD indicator is showing the red line here and can cross over the yellow line here. As the red line crosses over, that can be a positive sign. It's kind of it can go positive here. That's why right now in the shorter term there is a bullishness here. And as you look through the squeeze, look, we got squeeze on the downside here. The way to read the squeeze, look for the dark blue dots here, and afterwards when you see light blue, that tells you a squeeze indicator has triggered. And if the lines are on the top here, that's a bullish. Right now we got red lines on the bottom, that's bearish here. And right now here, look, we got here red, we got here light blue dots. That tells you there's already a squeeze here. Right now there is nothing much going on in the 4-hour chart here. And look on the volume indicator here. This is based on balance volume, as many of you know here. The green line tries to go above the red line. That tells you it's bullish here. That's why blue apron, there is a bullishness here. You could also look at shorter term chart here. You can look at 1 hour chart here. In a 1 hour chart, clearly look, we got here positiveness here in a MACD indicator. As you see here, the chart shows it's going higher. And look, all these red lines are getting shorter. That tells you this can go on the higher side. On the balance volume is again going higher. If you look at even further shorter time frame here, 30-minute chart here, 30-minute chart is even getting better. Look, MACD tells you party is on here, and volume indicator is generally bullish, as you can see here. And you could also look at 15-minute chart. Look, it's a bullish in 15-minute chart. And look, we are going on a higher side here, which is a good story here. So blue apron looks like in a shorter term, it's improving. Even the longer term, if you look at 1 year, 1 year tells you a different picture. But look, there's some positiveness coming here with the stock trying to go higher. There is a nice look, if you go into this here, look, there's a nice support level here. It's trying to hold this support level and trying to bounce off of this, as you can see here. All right, so let's look at a few more here. We got BBBY. BBBY, as many of you know, Bed Bath and Beyond. Stock got clobbered big time here. And look, stock is not doing great. Right now it's got a nice it's 6.7 right now. And if in the longer term, we're in a 1 year chart right now. It's a 1 year chart. Look, from a MACD perspective, it's right now it's negative. And squeeze perspective, it's negative. But look, the curve of this cylinder is turning on, going higher. That's a good sign here. There's some improvement going on here. And if you look at yearly perspective, on balance volume is slightly negative. It's trying to consolidate, as you can see here. But now let's go into 4-hour chart here. 4-hour chart, as you see here, look, we got here squeeze, we got light blue dots here. There is no conclusiveness, but when the light blue dots are happening, looks like we got red lines below here. That tells you slightly negative right now. On balance volume is trying to improve here. It's trying to turn the corner, but not quite there yet. And as you go into 1 hour chart here, 1 hour chart, it's again negative, as you can see here. On the balance volume, negative, and all these dots are below the zero line here. That's negative. And here MACD indicator is not saying much. There is a chance it can go higher, but not conclusive. You can look at 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart, look, MACD perspective bullish here. Look at shorter term. I think it's bullish from a MACD perspective. And on balance volume perspective is trying to turn bullish. Look, the green line is trying to go higher, not quite there. and squeeze indicator, it's trying to the bars are getting shorter, as you can see here. Not conclusive, still it's below the zero line here, but still bars are getting shorter, which is a good sign. If you're a little bit longer term, you could buy some Bed Bath and Beyond here. You could also look at 15 minutes chart to see what's going on here. In 15 minutes, look, we are already positive, nice and positive on the MACD indicator perspective, squeeze indicator perspective positive, and even on on the volume indicator perspective, it's also slightly positive. So after the stock completely got sold off here, now there is some positiveness here. All right, so we could look at a few more here. Look, we got on the statistics perspective, look, Bed Bath and Beyond from an earning perspective, it's surprising on the negative side, as you see here. And look, revenue, this is quarterly. Let's go into quarterly here. Quarterly revenue perspective, not great. Look, they're still having some negative profit margin. Net income is negative. And look, performance is really so terrible here. It's been down big time. One week, 1 month down again, 3 months down. And look, both fundamentals, the technicals are saying short, sell. So you should be really contrarian to buy Bed Bath and Beyond, looking at the shorter term trend here. All right, so let's go into a few more here. We got AMX here. AMX, look, stock is, let's go into 1 year chart to begin with here. Look, stock is trying to go higher right now in a 1 year chart. MACD indicator is trying to get positive, as you see here. We got a blue dot here, and blue line is above the yellow line. That's a positive sign here. And look, we got here squeeze indicator is telling you it's getting positive. That's a good story here, but volume is not there right now. Look, volume is low. That's why on the balance volume is telling a different story here. There is no confirmation from on the balance volume yet. All right, so as you go into shorter term time frame, look, shorter term time frame is slightly bullish, as you can see here. We got MACD bullish. Squeeze indicator is also telling you it's bullish at this time here. And on the balance is pretty flat, as you can see here. You could look at 1 hour chart to see what's going on here. 1 hour, it's not great. That's why, so America Mobile, as you see here, not doing that great. If you look at the performance perspective, look, it's been negative, but in 1 week it's positive. And if you look at 30-minute chart, 30-minute chart is also not great. Look, it's on the negative side. On the positive side, look, volume is going higher. So America Mobile is a corner case. I would probably wait on this one here instead of putting my money onto America Mobile. All right, so we got Upstart here. Many of you know Upstart. Look, stock is trending down, as you can see here. If you go into 1 year chart here in Upstart, look, it's a negative right now, nothing great. Look, we got MACD indicator hugging the zero line here, and we got here squeeze indicator, nothing much going on here. Volume is negative in a 1 year chart, and you could look at 4 hour chart and see what's going on. 4 hour chart looks like nothing much going on here. From a MACD perspective, looks like it can get better. Red line wants to go higher. That's a good sign. There is a positive sentiment at this time here. And look, from a volume indicator perspective, the green line is above red line. That's also positive at this time here. Upstart looks like there's a chance it will go higher. You could look at 1 hour chart to see what's going on here. In a 1 hour chart, MACD is already bullish. That's a good sign. Volume indicator is up. That's also a good sign here. And these red bars are getting shorter. That's also a good sign here. Upstart could go higher or go up, but performance so far is not great, as you can see here. All right, so we got a few more here. We got big is trying to see what to do here. We can go into a yearly chart on big here. On a yearly basis, big is negative, as you see here, but as you go into 1 hour chart, that's telling you big can go higher. Look, volume is going higher, and MACD tells you you could get into big at this level here. On the other hand, Sawa or Cassava is partying, as you see here. We got a, let's go into 1 year chart here. 1 year chart, Cassava is doing great, as you see here. Looks like volume is slightly coming down off late here, but it's a nice bullish indication. As you go into 4-hour chart here, 4-hour chart is telling you a little different story. Looks like momentum is waning away. It's coming down here, and MACD perspective, it wants to come down. Squeeze perspective, look, it's a good for a fade trade here, and volume is not it's okay, flat, as you can see here. For stocks like Cassava here, you could really if you're an options trader, you could start selling some call option at the top here at around 45 or so. A call spread here, you could sell a call spread. That could be a good approach here. All right, so we got we got a few more going on here. We got Avaya, as you can see here. Let's go into 1 year chart here. All right, so Avaya, look, from a MACD perspective, nothing much is going on here, and look, squeeze perspective, it wants to come down negative, and volume perspective, nothing much going on here, but green line is below red line, so not a great sign here. As you go into 4-hour chart here, again, look, squeeze perspective, it's a negative. And if you go into 1-hour chart here, 1-hour chart here, it's negative. So I would not get into Avaya at this time. It's not trending well. And then you got Beyond Meat. Look, Beyond Meat is up. Let's go into a 1 year chart here. From a 1 year chart perspective, Beyond Meat is really negative. We got one nice green candle here, but look, the squeeze is getting better here. These bars are getting shorter. Volume wants to go higher in a 1 year chart, but if you look at say a 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart is getting a little better. Look, MACD wants to go higher, and these bars are getting shorter. That's a good sign here. Volume is a little bit question mark right now. All right, so you could look at 1-hour chart to see what's going on here. 1-hour chart is positive, so looks like Beyond Meat can go higher in the shorter term here. This is how we could look at some of these candidates here using my favorite platform, TradingView. I will also put a link in the description. You can click on it and look at these indicators free of cost, because TradingView is a free platform unless you want to go into Pro or Pro Plus, which are great. You can start with the Pro. If you don't have it, you don't need to have any annoying advertisements. All right, so let's go back here into the chart. Look, this is the list with the all high short candidates here, right from the top all the way down, as you can see here. And you might wonder, where do you get this? You could go into my favorite platform, Finviz, to get both short ratio as well as insider transactions and institutional transactions. I've looked at many of these trading applications. Even TradingView, trade ideas, it does not have insider transactions and institutional transactions. Looks like these two columns are unique to Finviz platform. You could get the short ratio or short float in trade ideas, but many of the platforms like TradingView does not have short ratio, and even it does not have insider transactions and institutional transactions. That's why I think Finviz is a good platform. So as I go into Finviz platform here, you could just log into Finviz. Look, I got a membership or a for the elite. As you can see here, I have my short ratio here, short interest, which is my screen here. I saved it as a favorite. Look, as I click on it, if you have elite membership, you could pick and choose what columns you want to see here. I got my columns selected already. That's my custom view here. I could click on filters. I don't want to see this again, and I could also click on filters to make the filter go away. Look, we got here, these are all the stocks with the high short ratio thanks to Finviz platform here. Look, we got nice ticker symbol on top here, and then we got your insider transactions, institutional transactions. Right here you can see who is buying, who is selling. And then you got short float, tells you what the short ratio. This is the short ratio, as you see here. And we got your volume and performance. Look, many of these stocks are not done well here, as you see here, negative. And as you look through here, change, this is last Friday's change. Few stocks managed to go higher on last Friday, including APRN, Blue Apron, and Upstart, and Big, and so on and so forth. And best thing about this Finviz platform, if you're an elite member, you could download this into a spreadsheet and you could analyze further like I do all the time. And best thing about it is really you could go into chart, click on chart here, and it tells you, it provides a nice chart here. Just by looking at this, you could make sense out of this these candidates here. Look, in case of Blue Apron here, you could say there is some nice green arrows here that tells you this can go higher at this level here. RSI is low. Just by looking at this, you can get some idea on what stock may be doing. In case of Cassava or Sava here, look, it's a shot up higher here. I would probably sell a call spread here on top, and do a fade trade here. This is how you could look at this. And I also had one request, I think last time, to look at AMC. Let's look at AMC here. As I go into my TradingView platform, I can bring up AMC right here. AMC. Look, from an AMC perspective, we got the stock here. We can go into 1 year view here. Look, from a 1 year view perspective, right now it's telling you it's negative. We got a red line here, and we got arrow going red line going below green, yellow line here. That's why it's negative. But squeeze indicator is telling you it's improving. That's a good sign here. Volume is slightly low, as you can see here. But if you go into 4-hour view here, on a 4-hour view, looks like chart is getting better. That's a good sign here, but still negative from a squeeze indicator perspective. Volume is trying to go higher, as you see here. And now we could go into 1-hour view here. From a 1-hour view here, look nice MACD here. MACD is telling you it's getting momentum here. That's a good story. And squeeze indicator is telling you it's also getting momentum. Great story here. And by looking at this in the shorter term, you can make a case AMC can be a good one here. And if I go back to my screen here, I could go into my stock snap here and bring up AMC. Look, from an AMC perspective, RSI 37 tells the stock is sold off here. And as you look through here, we got IV percentile, which is slightly higher, as you see here. And we got all this indication. Let's look at the short ratio here. All right, short ratio right now is 19.95, almost 20%, as you can see here. And look, financial health is not great for this company. As you look through this year, for a stock like AMC here, is trying to go into a higher mode here. So you could by looking at the chart here, you could even sell put spread down here. That's one way to make some money, given it's a little bit better trend here. Or you could buy a call spread, maybe say right now stock is $8. You could buy a call spread at say $6 and $10, and buy that call spread. That's one way to play. And you could also play maybe a strangle. It's a low price stock. You could sell a strangle here, and you could make some money that way also. Those are a few ways to play this AMC here. And you could look at a few more indications on AMC here. For example, one of my favorite way to look at it is really to look at the option chain and see what's going on. All right, so let's go into put call here. I can go in here and bring up AMC. All right, so let's look at AMC here. All right, so actually, let's do one thing. Instead of going here, we can go into one of my favorite tool here, which is a bar chart. So bar chart is a very free tool, a very low price tool here. I got my account. I got a subscription here, which is very low price. So you could go on the options here, and I can go into options screener, and I've set up some screener here. I could go into a screener and look at the call options and put options here. For example, you could go into filter and call option and put AMC right here in my filter, and I will say symbol equal to AMC instead of QQQ. As I look through here in AMC, look, we got AMC right here, and stock price is around 7.9 and almost 8 here. Keep watching the volume here. Look, there is a nice volume here. Folks are buying call options at $8 and $9 and so on and so forth here. Looks like there is a nice call buying going on here. That's why it could be positive with a lot of people buying call option here. And if you go back over here and bring up AMC in my chart here, let's look at AMC here. All right, so we got AMC right here. Look, insiders selling, not good story. Institutions are also selling. Volume is slightly 55% lower than 90-day average volume here. Short ratio 20%. Float is 516, slightly higher. That's one of the reasons stock is not going higher exponentially. On Friday, stock went higher, as you can see here. And look, option open interest is pretty high. We got nice put call ratio that tells you still folks are buying here. And I can expand this further. Look, we got nice option volume. There's more call option volume than put option volume. That tells you folks are bullish with nice put call ratio. With that, I think AMC from these levels, it can bounce and you could make some good money off these levels here. So with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.